Hey, what is up you guys? My name is Luke Wayne. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and today I have some very exciting news for you Injustice 3 fans. And as always, please subscribe if you want more news on DC games, because you will never have to go out of your way to find this news again, as I will be right there in your subscription feed every time, and it also helps the small channel out. But without further ado, let's get down to business. So if you don't know, just to recap, let's do a very brief recap to start from the beginning. If you don't know anything about Injustice 3, let's start. So a week ago, I made a video a couple of weeks ago. Injustice 3 was first teased. Tom Taylor, one of the main writers for the game and one of the writers for the comics, posted the letter I in the Injustice font. We all went crazy, and then he posted the letter N, and then he posted the letter Z, and we're like, what? And then I made a stupid theory video. I thought my theory was it was zombies. It was not. And then he kept posting these random letters, and eventually it was revealed New Injustice prequel comic, I think. It was like Year Zero, or whatever it was. Whatever. It was an Injustice comic called Zero, whatever. If you guys want to read that, that's fine by you. But here's the thing. Injustice 3 is about to happen just because of that. A comic also came out right before Injustice 2 was announced. And if we're being honest here, are they going to bring back the Injustice comics without making Injustice 3? No, they're not. That's stupid. And Justice 3 was about to happen. I almost made a video on it, but I'm like, that's not newsworthy. But it's about to happen, especially at DC FanDome. And if you don't know, NetherRealm follows a 2-year cycle. Every 2 years, they're going to release a game. It's been Injustice 1, Mortal Kombat 10, Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 11, and now it's going to be Injustice 3, or some other game we're all expecting next year. And DC FanDome's right around the corner, the perfect time to reveal it. And some Ed Boon stuff was showing off at DC FanDome in the teaser trailer. And to top it all off, Ed Boon, if you guys don't know, is the creator of these games. And he, of course, is going to be at DC FanDome. He's confirmed. He's on the list for not guests, but people starring for DC FanDome. And unless they're going to hire him to come at DC FanDome, have a panel just to be like, hey guys, my name's Ed Boon, and then leave, he's going to reveal the new Injustice game. There's nothing else. No other reason to be there besides, I don't know, maybe if Tom Taylor was trying to show off the new Injustice comic and maybe he wants to he's going to be there. It's going to be there. And I almost made a video on that alone. But I'm like, you know what? No, I don't know if that's newsworthy. You know, I could be talking about the Suicide Squad game. I'll do that instead. And then this news dropped. This news was dropped by Bosslogic on his Twitter. And if you don't know who Bosslogic is, very quick explanation. He's a professional artist, and I guess you could say he's in the industry, quote, whatever you want to call it. He does professional art for reveals and stuff. Like, for example, he just did Assassin's Creed Valhalla. He drew some art for that game. He promoted it. And then he did some art. I'm pretty sure he's done art for Marvel things in the past as well as DC games. And if I'm not mistaken, he did as well do some promotional material for the Injustice games, or one of them at least, I'm pretty sure. He does amazing art. And it's worth to follow on his, just follow him, because he really does do cool fan art sometimes. In fact, the art I used in my thumbnail yesterday for my video on why the Flash would be in the Suicide Squad game, and the thumbnail had a picture of a Flash, and it looked like a Suicide Squad official reveal. That was by him. He's that good of an artist. I might use more of his art in my thumbnails later, because he is that good, and he needs more attention, even though he already has 10,000 followers. Like, come on guys, give him some love. Anyways, he tweeted out this, Injustice 3, and people went crazy for a while, me included. I legitimately thought this was an Injustice 3 reveal, but then I saw nothing official about it. And by the way, you look at the message at the top, he added Ed Boon, put a little smiley face, that's cute, but like, he just dropped this and then just was like, yep, Injustice 3. Nothing official was said about it. He just teased it. And here's the thing, we were like, okay, or do you know anything about Injustice 3? Why would you just create this fan art? Is it fan art? Because the thing is, whenever he posts fan art, if you don't know, he always clarifies in the title, yes, this is fan art, and if not, then he'll clarify in the comments to avoid confusion. And Injustice 3 is about to be announced, or so we think. If it's not announced, don't be mad at me. I'm just a fan. This is my argument. I'm presenting my argument. Yes, it is going to be announced. In my opinion, I am 90% sure it's going to be announced. Not as sure as the Batman game, but I mean, come on, they have Ed Boon coming there themselves. We all know it's going to be announced. A comic was just announced. Bosslogic has some professional art in the past for them, as well as some fan art, but he always clarifies whether it's fan art or not. And then he dropped this out of nowhere. Did not clarify it was fan art or not. We're just thinking it's fan art because, well, nothing official has been said about it. And then in the replies, he's all like, he's teasing people. He's like, ooh. And someone was like, I don't want Watchmen and Injustice. And he's like, oh, why would you ever say something like that, winky face? So, like, it makes you wonder, like, why are you doing this fan art without saying it's, you're acting like it's official. And it's really weird because, like, does he know something? Is he insinuating something? Let me take a step back. Watchmen, if this is real, let's imagine this is a real confirmation for a second. People think it's Watchmen. Why? Because of the clock background, and because yesterday, or maybe a couple of days ago, he posted this Watchmen tease right here, and that is clear as day, Dr. Manhattan. As well, if that wasn't clear enough with the clock background, people thought it would be Watchmen. If you don't know what Watchmen is, do yourself a favor right now. Go read Watchmen. It is one of my favorite graphic novels, or whether you consider it a comic book series, whatever. I read it as a graphic novel. It was basically all the comics stapled together. So I consider it a graphic novel, whatever. Even if it's not, it is one of my favorite comics of all time. Like, seriously, that thing right there justifies the entire human existence. Go read it. It is a fabulous piece of work. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. I don't know why you haven't read it so far. Just read it. Do yourself a favor. It's wonderful. And I am so hyped if Watchmen is going to be in Injustice 3, because we have been requesting them as DLC characters ever since Injustice 1. I want to play as Rorschach. I want Night Owl to be a premier skin for Batman. I want Dr. Manhattan to be a premier skin for... He can be anyone, Green Lantern, I don't know. You can make it work. So if they're going to be part of the main story, I'll be happy. And that could very easily be done with the multiverse. They can go into the Watchmen multiverse, be like, oh, what's this about? And, Dr. Manhattan would be so cool to have in a story, because he's literally a god. He can do anything. He could very easily stop the Superman regime. But of course, he's a puppet, and he's controlled by predetermined actions, whatever. If you read Watchmen, then you understand. You're probably bored right now if you've never read Watchmen, because I'm just droning on right now. Back to the point. We all thought at least Injustice was going to be announced. Bosslogic has done promotional material in the past, as well as some fan art. He drops this, insinuates that it's confirmed, even though it's not, and he teases. So either he's a jerk and he's just setting up our expectations and then just disappointing us because he's a mad lad and he's just, I don't know, it feels like he could be a jerk, or he's actually teasing because he actually knows something. And I'm sure Ed Boon doesn't mind that the reveal is going to be spoiled, because Ed Boon's a troll himself. He does this stuff all the time. So I'm sure Ed Boon doesn't mind that he's teasing Injustice 3, because we all know it's going to be revealed. We all think it's going to be revealed. I just wanted to let you guys know this because it's interesting. Worst comes to worst, he does know something. Okay, let's say he does know something, and Watchmen isn't in it at all, and he's in Injustice 3 and Watchmen, even though Watchmen's not in it. Or worst case scenario, he knows absolutely nothing, and he's just trolling us. And even if that is true, Injustice 3 could still likely be revealed. And I just wanted to talk about this today because it's so bizarre, I guess, that he's just making this Injustice 3 fan art with Watchmen, posting it and acting like it's real. So I guess it would be kind of a jerk thing to do if it wasn't a thing at all. And regardless, I hope Injustice 3 is revealed. I hope you get it next year alongside the Suicide Squad game, the Batman game, and Injustice 3, and DLC characters, Watchmen, please. I need that Night Owl and Dr. Manhattan premiere skin. I need Ozymandias. I need the Silk Spectre. I need Rorschach. Please, he's one of my favorite heroes of all time, if you would consider him a hero. But I love it so much. And also, Harry Potter game next year would be good too. DC, or WBA, I guess, not DC. That's not going to be revealed at the FanDome event. They've confirmed DC FanDome is 100% just DC reveals. Don't expect Harry Potter to be there. Don't expect Mortal Kombat. That's another thing. If you think Ed Boon is going to be there to reveal Mortal Kombat, that's kind of weird, because DC has confirmed only DC reveals, and they very could easily be lying to, I guess, lower your expectations and get you hyped for Mortal Kombat. But I don't think they are, and it would be kind of a jerk thing to do. Just be like, hey, don't expect DC, and then they actually do DC things, and Ed Boon comes out there with Mortal Kombat instead of Injustice. Would be kind of disappointed. I would at least not. I'm sure some of you Mortal Kombat fans would still be happy. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this today, get my thoughts out there. Injustice 3 teased, I guess, and Watchmen is teased to be DLC characters, if not story characters, in the next Injustice installment. I am so hyped for this. What about you guys? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you hyped? I know I am, because I love Watchmen. Let me know. Have you guys seen the Watchmen movie? I've never seen it. I've never seen the TV show. I just never have. I read the prequel comics. I read the original comics. That's about it with my extent to Watchmen. I know I need to get around to reading Doomsday Clock. I just don't have the money. I'm poor. So, anyways, let me know down in the comments below how hyped you are for this. Let me know your thoughts on it. Like the video if you enjoyed. If you made it this far in the video, then you clearly enjoy my content. Please subscribe. As always, I would really appreciate that, guys. Stay awesome, y'all. And peace.